Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. It is about Iridium, made by Strymon, and Aftermarket IRs, or impulse responses. Basically, the speaker, the cab, and everything, including the mic that comes after it. If you load an IR into Iridium, will it make it sound that much better? Obviously, Iridium comes with its own factory IRs, and they've partnered with a couple people to give you a bunch of options. But I've been told time and time again that especially David Hislop, or Tonefactor, his IRs for Iridium are a game changer. We're going to get into that today and see if it's actually true. So a few weeks ago, probably more like a month or two ago now, me and my friend Tim, we did a video shooting out a bunch of amp and cab simulators. Strymon Iridium, Walrus ACS1, and Universal Audio's Dream, which is a Fender style, and Ruby, which is a Vox style. Out of everything, just to quickly give you a summary, if you don't want to watch the whole video, which you might be able to find up here, the Universal Audio stuff smashed Iridium and ACS1 in my humble opinion. After that video was released, there were a bunch of comments saying you didn't give Iridium or ACS1 a fair shot because you didn't use aftermarket IRs, impulse responses, with the Iridium and ACS1. Why you should need to load aftermarket software onto a product such as Iridium and ACS1 to make it sound better, that's a whole nother video. But needless to say, that's what the popular opinion was. So I settled on Hislop's because overwhelmingly, when I asked you guys, that's what you said. David Hislop's IRs are the best. And that was said time and time again from a bunch of different people when I posted on Instagram. So I went to Hislop's page. I purchased a Vox style, or a Vox amp and cab IR, which is just really representing the speaker, the cab, the mic, and a few things in post after that. So I got that Vox cab, G12M speakers from Hislop's website, and here we are. It's loaded onto the Iridium. I have one stock Iridium Vox preset, which is the chime setting and cab A today. That's going to be the Vox. And then we have Hislop's cab, speaker, mics on slot B and C, all under the chime setting. So we're just going to stick with Vox today because that's the best amp. Again, another video that we can discuss in future. So let's get into these audio examples. I am going to leave a lot of this up to you and what you think, which one you like the best, and we can kind of chat about it a little bit after these audio examples. So here we have Strymon on slot A, Hislop in slot B, and that is a 545 mic, I believe, and then the slot C is an SM57, the gold standard for a basic, you can find it in any venue type mic, and that's what we're working with today. Is an IR better from a third-party company, or is Iridium what it is, and that's how it sounds? Let's get into the audio examples. So there you have it. I did a bunch of different audio examples across the 3 cabs. A was Strymon's Alnico Blue. B and C were the G12M with the 2 different mic types from Tonefactor or David Hislop. There's definitely a difference, and I have to say it's a bit overwhelming buying an IR pack. This may shock some of you, my first time. And you buy an IR pack for 20 bucks US, and there are so many variations, options, mic types, with EQ, without, blended mics, single mics, and it is crazy trying to figure out which one is gonna be the one that really connects with you, if any. And so I basically just cycled through a few of the favorites that were in the pack. Thank you for doing that, by the way, Mr. Hislop. And I just cycled through some of the favorites, and I found a couple that I was like, yeah, these sound good. And I loaded them on the Iridium. I do have to say, one of the things I was really happy about is how easy it is to change out your IRs for different ones, aftermarket ones that Strymon already offers. They make it very easy with their, I think it's their IR loader or something like that. You can just drag and drop and it changes in real time. Awesome. There is a huge difference between the different IRs and even within the Strymon environment versus third party. And I don't know if I would say, in my opinion, it was an absolute game changer, but I can definitely see a world in which you find an IR that really connects with you and really does change the sound of your Iridium. But it wasn't this quantum, I was gonna say phantom, it wasn't this quantum leap of audio quality that I kind of had in the back of my mind. So I probably came into this with my expectations a little bit higher than they should have been. I have to say, after all of this, I still would pick the universal audio pedals over the Iridium, but I do see the point you guys were making. The IRs make a huge difference, and with the huge variety of IRs and companies making IRs out there, I can see how you might find that perfect pairing. Put your favorite Iridium, ACS1, whatever it is, put your favorite third-party IRs below, and also let me know if you disagree with me. Is Iridium with aftermarket IRs better than the Ruby and Dream by Universal Audio, or do they still have a little bit of a step above the Iridium and ACS1 just due to audio quality? Really curious to hear your thoughts. Happy to be proven wrong. Other than that, let's leave it there. We'll see you next week for another video on the Goodwood Audio YouTube channel.